What's up guys, today we're reacting to Godzilla's 5 weirdest superpower and ability did
Don't know already, legendary Godzilla is a pretty strong kaiju. But after watching this video to the end, you'll realize that he's actually pretty OP. Today we will cover some bizarre attributes seen both on and off screen that will leave you with your mouth open. This is not any ordinary kaiju, so join us while we uncover the unknown powers that establish the G-Man as the true king of the monsters.
Yeah, he is a king of
And don't forget to subscribe. Before we get started, we will quickly show you guys how to get the most out of your workouts or daily activities thanks to Raycon, our sponsor. They provided us with this sleek pair of earbuds equipped with optimized gel tips for a nice comfort.
sponsors.
Earbuds will keep you going. Not to mention that these things are half the price of premium audio brands. But if you want a bigger discount, click on the link below or go to buyraycon.com/goji to get 15% off your purchase. If you were looking for earbuds that look good, feel good, and sound better than ever, and won't destroy your bank account, look no further. Thanks to Raycon for supporting this channel, and now let's get back to the G-Man. Let's quickly go over the abilities that we already know of before we start discussing the really weird and freaky ones. We are already well acquainted with Godzilla's atomic ray and atomic pulse abilities, but something interesting to note is that in the novelization of Godzilla vs. Kong, we find hints that suggest that the Godzilla species acquired this ability from the energy sources in the Hollow Earth. This capability to absorb elements to make itself stronger will be important to remember later in this video. Okay, now let's go over some crazy attributes found in Godzilla. Let's begin with a not-so-strange one, special water adaptations. Legendary Godzilla is a kaiju that spends most of its time in the water. Therefore, it has to be built in a way that allows it to move through this medium in many ways. It is said that legendary Godzilla can swim up to speeds of around 69 miles per hour. Moving a 99,000-ton creature through the water at such speeds requires immense strength. But we'd like to think that Godzilla can swim a lot faster than this. There's no official data to confirm this, but what we can show you is this clip when Ghidorah, while being a couple hundred feet over the water surface, was brought down by Godzilla. In order to accomplish this, Godzilla would have had to swim fast enough for its entire body to leap out of the ocean, grab Ghidorah, and bring him down into the water. We see in these clips that the G-Man did in fact have to jump this high, meaning that before pouncing on the surface, Godzilla would have had to reach extremely high swimming speeds to jump this high. This feat is very overlooked, but another interesting method of moving through the water is how Godzilla can literally walk on the ocean floor, similar to how we would walk on land. This can be attributed to Godzilla's extremely dense corporal build. A 99,000-ton titan of these proportions would have had to have a dense skeletal build to be able to literally walk underwater. This could probably be attributed to a condition known as osteosclerosis, where an animal's bones are so dense that they can dive underwater with ease. An animal that was recently tagged with this attribute is the Spinosaurus. Furthermore, it is possible that apart from being able to walk, this thing could manipulate its buoyancy in such a way that allowed it to float with a lot of its upper body above the water's surface. As you can see, ladies and gents, Godzilla is practically one with the ocean. The next weird ability we're about to discuss is something more offensive-driven. Number 2, weaponized dorsals.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we have already seen Godzilla use its dorsals as a weapon, but believe it or not, Godzilla is seen to actually make sure these are ready for battle. For those that aren't aware yet, this maneuver is used when Godzilla leverages the sharp tips of its dorsals and uses them to inflict deep cuts into enemies or enemy vessels, known as the dorsal slice. These were so useful that even the Kong species found them to be valuable tools, and were so resistant that they could even withstand a vertical drop from many thousands of feet in the air. But in order to keep them in pristine shape, the G-Man was actually seen to sharpen these things using special stone found in the depths of the earth. That's right, in Godzilla Dominion, we see the G-Man passing through the tunnels that would hone or sharpen these dorsals, keeping them sharp and ready for action, since it was mentioned that they were getting kind of dull, for obvious reasons. In order to use any of its weapons effectively, however, Godzilla would rely on another ability that would let it fight even without the use of its eyesight. Number 3, alternative wayfinding. In Godzilla Dominion, we witness a couple of instances where the G-Man had to resort to other types of vision. In this instance, Titanus Tiamat spewed out a corrosive acid from its mouth, causing Godzilla to be blinded temporarily. But it's mentioned that Godzilla could still tell where Tiamat was, thanks to its thermal imaging ability. In order for this to work, Godzilla would have to be able to detect the infrared waves that come from another kaiju's emitted heat. This way, even if his eyes can't see anything, these thermal receptors can build an image based on the heat emitted by anything in front of him. This ability allows Godzilla to not only detect an enemy, but also to study it. Earlier in this comic, we see Godzilla use this ability to determine exactly why Scylla was attacking the coast. It was able to detect the Titan, its intentions, and exactly what it was after. By collecting all of this data using this ability, Godzilla was able to develop the right strategy to defeat this Titan and avoid accidentally detonating this bomb and killing the surrounding life forms while fighting Scylla. As you can see, this Godzilla just becomes all the more interesting. But we aren't done with Godzilla's overpowered senses. Number 4, advanced sensory capabilities. Earlier in this video, we brought up the fact that Godzilla can absorb lots of different elements that reinforce its arsenal of abilities. But there's something else he absorbed. You'll recall in 2019 that during the Battle of Boston, it was Mothra that sacrificed herself to save the G-Man and helped him reach a third.
And for thermal nuclear was epic! That was so epic! Come on, man. Let me just load it.
Granting the G-Man some abilities that Mothra previously possessed. In Dominion, it was implied that Mothra passed down some crazy sensory abilities to the G-Man. In the book, we see that Godzilla is now fully aware of many of the forces of nature. He can now detect when the clouds are full of water and the change in tides. He can even feel the Earth's magnetic field protect the Earth from solar flares. This will also go as far as being able to detect the different rates of entropy around the world, how fast things can decay, sense of climate changes around the planet, rainy seasons, and droughts. These were all attributes of a benevolent Mothra, the embodiment of Mother Nature. But now this was passed down to the G-Man himself. You may think that the G-Man can't possibly get any more overpowered, but you're wrong. Number 5, omniscient nature. The word omniscient basically means to be aware of everything at any time. Godzilla just so happens to now be able to detect every single Titan on the surface of the Earth. In the graphic novel, this is illustrated with some form of energy coming to and from all areas of the world. We're not implying that you can literally see these lightning beams, but in a way, this is a method of representing what happens before our eyes once Godzilla decides to check up on any other kaiju on the planet. Granted, it's also implied that this ability can only be used at certain locations of the world. But by using this, Godzilla can easily sense any suspicious Titan activity. From this point on, all Titans of the world would have to watch out to not make Godzilla angry, or they would have had it coming. Do you think Godzilla will be given even more abilities in the future? Or do you think this guy is too overpowered? Let us know in the comments. To see more fun mini documentaries like these on your favorite kaiju or dinosaurs, please leave us a like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.